Welcome back. I'm here to share another tapping technique. If you're not sure what tapping or EFT is, go to the previous video on EFT and tapping. This is a very powerful technique for if you're feeling stressed, but you can't verbalize what it is that you're stressed about, or it's too stressful to verbalize what you're stressed about. Or maybe you've got a lot of different things that you're feeling stressed about. And generally, when you're feeling very stressed, in general, your breathing, you'll notice, is very shallow. It's shallow and fast. You hardly know. Often you might not notice, but if you become aware of your breathing, you will notice that your breathing is very shallow. So this is a very powerful technique, simply using your breath, that actually has a huge impact on your stress levels, whatever the stress is that you are experiencing, without even having to go there. So now take a moment. You don't even have to think about what you're feeling stressed about. And just relax for a minute, sit back, and take a few deep breaths, as deep as you can. Just to practice some deep breathing. 1 or 2 is fine. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath, as deep as you possibly can. Hold it for a second and then let go. And while you're holding it, try and notice, how full are your lungs? Do they feel like they are 100% full, like they're just full and expanded and they couldn't be any fuller? Or do they not feel very full at all? And just rate as a percentage how full they are. Are they 100% full, 70% full, 50% full, 2% full, whatever percentage that is? And you're going to write that down. So do that now. Take a few breaths. Now take a really deep breath, as deep as you possibly can. Hold it and let go. And just gauge, how deep is that breath as a percentage? 50%, 20%, 70%. So I'm going to guess that, let's say it's 70% full, your lungs. And this technique is so simple to do. That's all you really need to know about. So you've noted down, you've taken a deep breath, and your lungs are only 70% full. And that's exactly what you're going to tap on. So remember the tapping points. So follow along with me, and you can use your percentage in place of my percentage. I'm just going to say 70%. So tapping starting on your karate chop. Even though my lungs are only 70% full, I completely love and accept myself. Even though my lungs are only 70% full, I completely love and accept myself. Even though my lungs are only 70% full, I completely love and accept myself. And on your reminder points, my lungs are only 70% full. 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 And that's one round. Take a little bit of a break to let the energy settle. And then again, you're going to take that deep breath that you took before, hold it for a second, and then let go, noting how full your lungs feel now. So do it now. Okay, now my lungs are 85% full. They're no longer 70% full. So chances are you can now take a slightly deeper breath. So what you're going to do is you're going to tap around on that. So tapping along with me. Even though my lungs are only 85% full, I completely love and accept myself. Even though my lungs are only 85% full, I completely love and accept myself. Even though my lungs are only 85% full, I completely love and accept myself. My lungs are only 85% full. 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 Now take a breath again, just like relax, let that energy settle. And then you're going to take another deep breath and see if anything has changed. And go. And your breath is going to get deeper and deeper and deeper and keep working until you get to 100%. Sometimes you might find that you haven't shifted. You were 85% and you're still 85%. So you might need to take a breath again, or you might know, why is it only 85%? What is it? It's when I take that breath, it's like something stops it. You don't know what stops it, it's something stops it. Or when I take the breath, there's a block in my throat. Whatever it is, you'll know. You'll know, like, I can't take 100% full because. And so you write that down. And this isn't, or you only need to do this if you're stuck at 85 or whatever percentage and it doesn't seem to be moving. Just notice, why does it feel to you that you can't go any further? It feels like my lungs aren't big enough. I've got this block, whatever it is. And then you simply tap on that. So let's say I've gone and it's still 85%. It's like there's a block somewhere in my chest. I don't know what it is. Okay, so I write that down. There's a block somewhere in my chest. I don't know what it is. And that's exactly what you tap on. So tap along with me, and you can tap either with my words and it'll help you anyway, or if you know what your block is, you can put your words in place. So tapping on the side of your hand. Even though my lungs are only 85% full, they just seem to be blocked and can't get any fuller. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my lungs are only 85% full, there's some kind of block and they just can't get any fuller. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my lungs are only 85% full, there seems to be some block. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then your reminder, my lungs are only 85% full. There seems to be some block in the way. My lungs are only 85% full. There seems to be some block stopping it from getting any further. My lungs are only 85% full. Try and be as specific as you can. Is this block right in the center of my chest, preventing it from going any fuller? My lungs are only 85% full. And there's this block right in the center of my chest, preventing them from getting any fuller. Take a moment to let the energy settle, and then take another deep breath and notice what has shifted. Go. And just notice, and your lungs will be getting fuller and fuller and fuller all the time. And sometimes it might be a different thing that's stopping it every now and then, when it might go from 50 to 70 to 85, and then it's stuck at 85 because there's this block. And then you get past the block to 90, 95, and then maybe there's another block. And then that block might move, and then you become 100. So you just keep tapping until you've got a deeper breath. And then just notice over the next few days how much deeper your breathing is and how much less stressed you feel. And try this every day, every morning, as a routine. When you wake up, the first thing that you do is 1 or 2 rounds of this breath. You don't have to go to 100%. You can do 1 round. You start at 60, move up to 70, move up to 79%. And that's fine. You've increased it from 60 to 79%. And then the next morning again, and keep going. Try it for 2 weeks and see what you notice. It's a very powerful technique for your breath and your breathing.